So I'm going to do this one for Crystal and Noah. Now, did you get it? Get the answer? All right, well, let's go and see. So in this case, ladies and gentlemen,
I got the answer, I said I get it.
all right, well, in this case, we're going to look into elimination because we do not have a variable that has a coefficient of 1, right?
Correct.
So when we're doing elimination, basically all we're doing is adding or subtracting the equations. So let's look at adding. If I add the equations, what I want to do is eliminate a variable, meaning get a coefficient of 0. So if I add the equations, I get 5x plus 3y equals negative 1. Did I eliminate a variable?
No.
No. OK. Let's look at subtracting. 2x minus 3x is negative x. 5y minus a negative 2y is a positive 7y. 11 minus a negative 11 equals 23. Did I eliminate a variable?
No, you didn't.
No. OK. So the problem is, when we're doing elimination, the coefficients have to be the same. So you guys can see, to do elimination, you have to have the coefficients the same. Once the coefficients are the same, you can add or subtract them to get to get them to be 0. So what we want to do is determine which coefficients have the smallest common multiple, or the smallest common number that they both divide into. Do 2 and 3 or do 5 and 2? Which one? 2 and 3. All right. If you want to use 5 and 2, though, that's fine, because 5 and 2 both divide into 10, right? 5 and 2 both divide into 10, and 2 and 3 both divide into 6. So if you want to do this, that's fine. So to multiply 3 to get 6, you'd have to multiply by 2. To multiply 2 to get to 6, you'd have to multiply by 3. When you do this, you apply distributive property. Therefore, then we obtain 6x plus 15y equals 33. Here I obtain 6x minus 4y equals negative 24. OK? Everybody understand?
Yes.
Now, you can, obviously, should I add them or should I subtract them? Add them, right? Or no, if you add them, guys, you should subtract, right? So I would recommend subtracting. If you don't like subtracting, multiply by a negative number. Multiply by a negative number, so then one's positive, one's negative, and then you can add them. OK?
So now you have.
But let's just pretend it was negative 2. So let's keep it the way it was. So how do you subtract them? 6x minus 6x is 0x. 0 times anything is just 0. 15y minus a negative 4y is going to be a positive 19y. 33 minus a negative 24 turns into a positive, right? Minus a negative is going to be. Now, to solve for y, I divide by 19. Y equals 3. OK? Now, once I know what y is, I need to figure out what x is. So I need to go back into one of these equations, or I could plug them into one of these equations. These equations aren't bad. Noah, which equation would you like me to plug it into? The top or the bottom? Bottom. OK? So I just take 3x minus 2 times 3 equals negative 12. 3x minus, I took y, and I plugged it in for here. I put it into that equation.
Oh, sorry.
Got it? Equals negative 12. Add 6. Add 6. 3x equals negative 6. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X equals negative 2. Now I know my coordinate is negative 2, 3.
Question.
Yes?
Why didn't you do it with the distributive property with the 2 included?
You could have done it. You could have plugged it into this one. You could have plugged it into either one of these. You don't have to, though. It doesn't matter. These are just higher numbers, so I wouldn't want to do it.
Just wondering.
OK? So that's one way to do it. I want to tell you guys, though, there's two